Hey, 2H2Fers, we're back. It's Thursday. Again, you know how we do it. We're still wearing the same clothes from Tuesday. It's that much closer to Friday. We're here with Michael Carrillo,
Hey,
Mikey Vibe.
feel the
Look him
vibe.
up. Look him up. Mikey Vibe, Dear Vibes, Michael J. and the Foxes. Hey, if you saw part one, he played us out with a badass song.
That's badass.
Part two, I'm
I'm
requesting
gonna sing this time.
I'm requesting Worm does not sing, and I'm gonna request a song that I liked when I first saw him in concert,
Nice.
and hopefully he grants it. But with that said, we're gonna sit back, buckle up, let's go too hard, too fast. Boom.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome to Too Hard, Too Fast.
Too hard, too fast.
Too hard, too fast.
Too hard, too fast.
Welcome to Too Hard, Too Fast.
Welcome back to Too Hard, Too Fast podcast. Cheers.
Cheers.
Viva Mexico. Woo. The podcast of the century. Right.
Since we're talking about high school, one thing we always ask people from San Antonio: what high school did you go to?
Judson, yeah.
That's
That's-
just joking, bro. I didn't grow up in San Antonio, so I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, me neither. So I just the thing since I live in San Antonio now. Worm used to live in San Antonio.
Yeah.
One thing that we
Just
learned
about
is
the Spurs,
you
though.
always ask what high school you went to.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, with that too, like in this area where Judson is, I mean, there was like maybe 3 bands that were like lived in the little neighborhoods around here, and I was in one of them, but I didn't really know about the San Antonio music scene until I started playing downtown and met other people that were from the other sides of town that like just had a different grasp on certain things. I mean, of course, like metal's a big thing here all over everywhere. And same with the punk stuff. But I met some friends that pretty much showed me like a whole different, the indie rock music at that time. And had that never happened, I mean, I don't know, it would be completely different now, but it's just crazy from one side of a town to another. Like, you don't even know what else is out there as even for a small but big town as San Antonio,
Yeah, for sure. And I think I need to say when I went for Judson, it wasn't because I think Judson's bad. It was just I was gonna
I
make
might be
the
confusing Jetson with Jefferson. I don't know which one's worse.
okay.
Oh,
No,
is it? Oh, I don't know, bro.
I don't know either. I didn't go to high school. I was gonna make the same reaction no matter what he said.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
And I think
I hate
people
when I
can-
tell people so I'm from El Paso, grew up and raised in El Paso, and I hate when I meet someone else from El Paso and I tell them, "Oh, I'm from Del Valle." They're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Damn, screw you, dude. I'm proud of my high school." And they think it's all ghetto,
Yeah.
but I don't care. Proud of it. I'm a conquistador. What's Jetson? What's their mascot?
The Rockets, Judson Rockets.
Rockets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Rockets.
if music wasn't gonna be your thing, what else were you gonna? Or actually, did you right out of high school pursue music, or what did you pursue right out of high school?
Right out of high school, I was running sound for bands at bars and venues downtown. So that's kind of how I started really getting more into the music scene here, which led to working at bars and for people like that at different places, promoters and stuff like that, which kind of in turn led me to where I am now. That was kind of the next step, I guess, taking that from playing in a band to promoting events, running sound for the bands, and then eventually becoming a bartender and bar manager, that sort of thing.
Nice. Well, since you mentioned that, bro, I stalked you on Instagram, bro. Your first post was on May 27, 2014, bro. I went all the way back, right? Anyways, I saw you posted something in 2016 that you were bartending at some place. Was that your first bartending, I guess, gig, or I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, probably. I mean, well, I was bartending before. Oh wait, I don't know. Yeah, no, I was bartending before that. But it was at the there's one place I worked called the 1011. It was and that was from 2008 to 2016. That's where I worked running sound for bands, booking events, and then bartending there. But they were just a beer bar at the time, so it wasn't like crazy like cocktail stuff yet or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was mainly a music venue, you know, where it was just as long as there was live music, they were open.
Yeah. Oh, so that must have been awesome then.
Yeah, I mean, well, most of the time. Yeah. I mean, I don't hear very good anymore, but it's all right.
That's the thing that they say. Like musicians, they lose their because all that loud noises. But
yeah,
nowadays, don't you like you? I don't know if you do
Earplugs
if
or
you
something.
play with the plugs in or the headphones. I don't know what it is, but like it looks like headphones coming into their ears.
yeah. I mean, you know, it's one of those things where like when you're young, everybody tells you to wear earplugs all the time, and
Yeah, hell
you,
no.
you never do. Yeah,
Like wearing a helmet for a bike. Like hell no.
yeah, exactly.
Wearing a mask during COVID. I'm
Hey,
kidding.
no, hey, you gotta do that, especially if it's a two. Hey, Mike, would you wear this if George gave you one?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
George,
Those
give
are
him
cool.
one, bro, and give one to his mom too.
I will. I'll send it. I'll send it. I'll go to work and give
I
it.
know, just go to work, bro.
And also, I'm kidding. You have the commercial about wearing the mask, so I had to like.
Oh yeah.
I had to say it.
Oh, nice.
What will it take to make this go away? What will it take to see a brighter day? I wanna stay safe, wanna see your face, and not 6 feet away. Now you're stuck in bed, we gotta slow the spread. Please hear me when I say it's no hard task just to wear a mask. We shouldn't have to ask, don't make them kick you out. And I do it for you, will you do it for me? Do it for your family and everyone you know. Do it for San Antonio.
Yeah, so that's, you know, so the bar opened in 2016. My bar Ventura opened in 2016, which is
okay.
that.
Yeah, I saw some posts you put on 2017, but I guess it started in.
Yeah, we opened in June. Well, officially opened in June of 2016. 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 16. And so pretty much I had worked at that place, at that venue, the 1011, from when I was like 18, and then opened Ventura at that same location. Once the old owners closed, or decided that they were just going to close, I you know, tried to tell them like, hey, I can run this business, and you know, gave them some money and did some things, and
so you just like joined a partnership with them?
No, I mean they got out of it altogether, but we had like a deal to work out for the couple of years and stuff like that, you know.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Shoot. And you were 18?
No, that was when I started working for them. I started working for them at 18, and then probably when I was 27, 26, 27, however old I was in 2016. Yeah, that's when it started. So I'm 31 now, 31 now. So
shoot, hey, that's more than me, dude. I haven't pursued a business. So shoot.
Worm, how old are you? How old are you right now?
Worry about it, bro. I'm in my 30s.
What have you done with your life?
I haven't done shit, bro. I've done this stupid ass podcast, but I'm just joking.
I know,
Mike. Bro, he's the one who gets all the money and all.
No, well, that
two lives versus our one.
No. I mean, that's the when you mentioned the COVID jingle, the COVID song campaign thing that we did for the city. I mean, that's when the bar closed, when the bars had to close because of COVID. That kind of helped me start getting back to my music, because I mean, I have a lot of music, and you know, with the Michael J and the Foxes, which is my country folk band kind of, and then Deer Vibes, and then my solo stuff. I kind of put that all on hold like 4 to 5 years ago, more or less, and so the times that I would play, it was just very few and far between, and mostly just focusing on the business, So out of this COVID pandemic situation, things like doing the COVID campaign jingle are like the outlet right now. You know what I mean? I mean, making some money doing singing some songs is not a bad thing, but
Yeah, definitely.
but it's not like it's just a part of what's going on right now, I guess is what I'm saying. It's not like the bar hasn't opened back up, so I'm trying to focus on the music right now and get it out there as soon as I can. Because a couple of years ago, well, pretty much I'm trying to get all of the music that I have on Spotify back on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. It's not really too much online at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, sticking with your music. So I saw in 2018, I think I was reading it right. You got an invitation to go to play in South by Southwest in 2018.
Yeah, Dear Vibes has played South by Southwest official showcases.
That's awesome, bro. Shoot.
Yeah.
Dude, that is awesome.
Hey, Georgia didn't know that, bro. Yeah, I do my research, bro. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, wow, dude, you got an invitation. How was that? How was that experience? Well, first, how did you hear about it? How did you feel? And then how was your experience, I guess, doing it? Shoot.
For the past couple of years, prior to the times that we played official showcases, because everybody in Austin and everywhere else goes to Austin to play like unofficial shows, like parties and at other venues that are not a part of like the wristband South by Southwest, where you have to pay a lot of money to go there. There's a lot of free events, I guess is what I'm saying. So for a long time, we would just play like free events. And one year we actually, so one year we applied. I think we applied as early as 2011 once.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't hear anything or whatever. I think my friend was just like, hey, I'm gonna send y'all's application in. And I was like, okay. And just recently I was going through our emails and they had said yes in 2011 and we missed the email. Yeah.
Oh, was it in your spam or what? Or
I don't know where it was. We were just like, I don't know how we missed it, and I just think like, man, if we would have played, because South by Southwest has changed a lot throughout the past year. So I was like, man, if I would have seen that email in 2011, that would have been such a different and a better South by Southwest that we could have performed at than, like in the most recent years, where like a lot of things have just been changing as far as the dynamic. In some ways it's changed for the good. I mean, like a lot of local places and a lot of local bands are doing cool things that are working with the actual organization. And on the other side of that, it's just not as rock and roll as it used to be. But yeah, so the first time we played South by Southwest officially, it was at a cathedral, San Fernando Cathedral, I think. We played there both times that we did it officially. And the first one was cool. I mean, it was a beautiful like church area, pretty cathedral that like, there's multiple levels. So you like take your instruments up or like there's multiple areas, I guess. And I mean, it was a really cool first experience. And then the second time we went back, it was even better. I mean, there's a lot of people that came out to see us. And
what year was the second one at? Or what year? I
think that was the latest one, the 2018, I think. Yeah. I think before that we might have done it in 2016 or something like that. Or maybe even before that. I can't remember.
Yeah. That's all good. Dang.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, those times are cool. It's definitely one of those things, those networking things. I actually, in 2008, I think it was the 2018 one, I sent an email and I was like, I don't remember however old I was. I'm like, I'm 28 years old. I have like 10 people in my band that rely on me to make this not waste their time. Like, if you could just give us a chance, that would be really cool. Like,
please.
Yeah. And
help out a brother.
Yeah. I mean, but I like being stupid and dramatic like that for no reason. So,
hey, good, bro.
Yeah, but it worked. It worked. Yeah, and it worked. So.
Yeah. Yeah, suckers.
No, yeah, I know with I say we have a lot of members, but the members have changed a lot over the years. So it really was kind of like, I know the band members that we had either just joined us or had been with us for a few years. So anytime that we have a really cool event or our album release that we had at the Empire Theater here in town, or just any big thing, I mean, I really do feel like it's making memories for like these. Sometimes they're younger kids that started off with us in the band, or you know, the older guys in the band now that have been with us for a couple years, you know. So it's always good to like make any progress and be like, feel like we're getting somewhere, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So where's your focus more? Like, is your focus more on your solo thing, Dear Vibes, or Michael J and the Foxes, or just like whatever hits? I don't know.
I guess right now, kind of Michael J and the Foxes. The last thing we did, the last thing Dear Vibes did was our album release in December of 2015, and then I opened Ventura in 2016. So, like I said, for like that 4 years that it's been, haven't been very active. So I have like a lot of Michael J and the Foxes material that's not recorded. You know, Dear Vibes has our EP and our full length album, which are both long. I mean, the EP, I say EP, but it's like 28 minutes, I think, and it's 5 songs. And the album is an hour, I think. So because we have product in the Dear Vibe sense and have done some stuff, Michael J has kind of been on hold. So I'm hoping to get like an album out for Michael J and the Foxes at least this year. But I'm also writing a lot and very quickly. So I'm hoping to, I don't know, I have enough material to like put out like a double Michael J and the Foxes album and like hopefully get a solo album too for myself. But it would, I say solo, but it would just be like under Mikey Vibe or whatever else, but it'd probably still be like a full band thing, you know?
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So I saw some.
No, go Worm.
All right. I saw some posts on that, but before we move on to that, just back in 2018, bro, because this is close to my heart. I just got a puppy. All right. He's a Husky German Shepherd mix. And I saw that. I guess you back in 2018. I guess to this day, you've been helping support your sister with, I guess, a grooming business, right? It's called Puppy Love.
Yeah, Puppy Love Pet Salon.
Man, maybe I need to check that out because I just got a puppy.
Yeah. She's here between Kirby and Converse, but by Judson High School. I mean, you know, that area. It's a really nice place, and she does a really good job. So,
Man, if I knew, Worm, that you were gonna talk about that, I would have brought my mask on. I have a mask.
Oh, shoot, man.
yeah.
Hey, but hey, come here. I guess fast forwarding.
Yeah, I
There
got
it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh, nice.
Got the little puppy on it.
Nice. Oh, George does. I guess your coworker. I guess Mike's mom. I guess she advertises that too. I guess.
Yeah, they gave me a mask. Well, actually, I begged for a mask.
Oh, really? That's a cool logo. I like it. It's real cool. Hey, I guess fast forwarding to 2020, man. Of course, I know COVID, this whole pandemic has been hard. I saw in March 2020, you had a show that was scheduled and you had to postpone it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you thought, oh, we'll be able to reschedule it. It's fine. And then in May 2020, you're like, fuck, no, it ain't going away. So you're just trying to figure out how to get through the pandemic and all that. I mean, shoot, what was what was that whole experience, man? Because I know it affected a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in general with the bar industry and the service industry, the music industry, a lot of people are out of jobs. You know, I mean, in March, the bars had to close, and then, you know, for all of like the DIY mom and pop, you know, whether they're bars or just local people with their actual local businesses, you know, like not these big guys with the big money, but the other people, you know, like once we closed down, it's very hard to get back up again. You know, I mean, we don't just have months and months of rent just sitting around, you know.
Yeah.
For anybody. Plus, even when you can open up back again, it's kind of like it was that limited capacity, you know, those questions of like, is it even worth it? Can you pay your bills, pay your employees, pay for the cost of, and then still be able to open back up? Is it worth it at you know, 25-50% of what you should be expecting to make at your capacity? If it was the full time, now you're cutting it down. How do you make that work, you know? So yeah, I mean, it was definitely difficult. We closed down in March, and we didn't bother back opening up. I mean, we could have tried to a couple of times, but it was just, those questions that were still up in the air, and at that time too, right away, with the way everybody is, right now, everybody has an opinion on something, but it's like for better or worse, it's like, as a local business, you try to open and support the people that work for you, and keep the jobs there, and then but you also don't want to come off unsafe, and like, no matter how you do it at that time in March or April or May or whatever it was, like, there was just too many things we didn't know, too many people freaking out, and too many people not following the rules still.
Yeah.
And just trying to like figure it all out to begin with. So we didn't really bother trying to mess with it. But I mean, I have bartenders, and it goes down to like people working the door at bars, checking IDs. Those people don't get their little couple extra dollars a night. Sound guys, sound women, sound people.
There you go.
All of like the people that come up and help clean, and bar back, and just everything. A lot of positions that are, uh, you know vital, and even like even musicians like that go out and play their gigs at those restaurants that are, just kind of having it as background music in the corner kind of
Like for
thing, or
tips,
the what.
like for tips, like even if they
Yeah,
put for tips, obviously they're not gonna get good
right,
tips.
yeah, so I mean, that's just like, a handful of jobs right there alone that, we're all affected by what was going on. So I mean, I know it's hit us pretty hard, and we're trying to hang in there, but we'll see what
Yeah.
happens next.
Yeah, well, what I find sad, and I know this is really recent, so I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. It's just I saw you post on January 1st of 2021, is that you officially announced that Ventura is officially closed, I guess, right?
Right, right.
This is it.
And as far as the music venue, and because right now still too with the music venues, there's not a lot of um, things that can be done. Ventura is like a smaller space. We have a patio that's right on the Riverwalk and stuff like that. But even with trying to do any place, trying to do any sort of safe social distance music event, it's just kind of out of the question, or it just doesn't work very well. Um, And so yeah, as far as Ventura, the music venue, I just announced that it's closed. I have some other plans in the works, but it's kind of too soon to say. Kind of want to keep things under wraps so we know what's going to happen. Um, but still working in the location, and potentially, and have some new things in the works. So we'll see what happens. But it was mostly just to try to close off the year and be like, Ventura's closed. We're over all of this stuff that's happened and happening, but we gotta look forward to what else is gonna come.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, I'm sorry for that though. But going back to
You
your
know what?
music though, I
Whatever.
saw wait, I'm going back something positive,
No,
bro.
okay, good, because you know what, you brought the
I know,
vibe
hey,
up
look, hey, for my right here.
for
Yeah,
mine.
me too. Me
When it's something
too.
positive, I was getting the negative out of the way. Maybe you wanted to express that because
Dude, we were having
there's
such
still a
a
lot of
good
small businesses are
time.
suffering, son.
We were having
Okay,
a good
bro.
time. You brought it down. Look,
No,
I
no,
am.
I'm gonna bring it back up. See,
I'm
Mike, hey, Mike. See, George doesn't understand music, bro. Sometimes you gotta do the minor chords, then you do the major chords. There's the climax to it, but George doesn't understand that.
That's
He
funny.
doesn't. He doesn't understand
I
my
don't.
logic.
I don't. I
I know
just
you
listen
don't.
to.
It's beyond his comprehension. It's all right.
I
Anyways,
just didn't want you to make me sad. Like I needed. I almost
all
cried
right,
for.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, going back to positive, bro. So going back to your music, Mike. So I saw in July, I guess you figured it out how to get back into your music. You did your first virtual concert in the summer in July. How was that?
Yeah.
Um,
Which one was
I'm
that?
sure it
I
was different, though.
know.
Or if you did multiple, I mean, just in general, doing virtual concerts. Because I know
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, "Dang, well, this sucks not having an audience," but
Yeah, yeah.
now it's normal in a way.
I,
Sucks that
I
it's normal for now, but yeah.
yeah, I've done it two times, I think, or something. I mean, I guess the point for the virtual stuff is like, if you know ahead of time, it's very hard for people to hear about something even online, and be like, okay, and then all they have to do is get caught up in the moment and go do something else. And and not be there. If you're going somewhere, you can make plans. You're like, here's what we're gonna do and all this. But if it's online, it's as easy as closing your laptop and being like, I forgot that I was gonna go to. I forgot what I was gonna do and tune in at this on this live stream for however
That's
long.
hilarious.
You
You know what? I gotta go too. I forgot what I was gonna say. Bye.
Yeah. So like so that's definitely the most difficult part. I mean, you really have to have well, I'm grateful that I have a bit of a audience and fan base that'll tune in. We did one at I did one for the Current, and then we did one for Cibolo Live Studios, which is a studio here. It's not in Cibolo, it's just called Cibolo Studios, and they've got a great setup, and they were working with some great videographers, and I mean, it sounds really good, it looks really good. So that was like really cool, but at that point too, it kind of becomes something you can go back to and watch, rather than you're either there in the moment experiencing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely, not playing live in front of people is just terrible. I mean, you can really like feed off of people's energy when
I was
you're
about to say you probably feed from the audience when they
Yeah.
hear them clap or just whatever the reactions. Yeah.
When we're playing, like people bringing me whiskey shots every song,
Ooh,
like
nice. That's what's up.
it's just not the same thing anymore, so
You should just give them your Venmo account. Like, hey, give me tips then as I'm.
Yeah, the
yeah.
equivalent of a whiskey shot.
yeah, there we go. Equivalent of
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
and then I saw you post. I guess down memory lane. I guess in November 2020. I guess you were reminiscing. I guess about memories, and you mentioned a tour that you had in December 2013.
Yes.
I guess the Orlando was in Orlando or something like that.
Yeah, I know there was one because well, that tour I know what you're talking about. I know because we played several places in Florida, and one of the website that wrote about from some of those pictures was Orlando, but I think we were in somewhere else in Florida at the time.
They got it wrong.
Well, like I think the guy that was writing it, the guy that was writing it was from Orlando, writing about something going on somewhere else, or vice versa. I mean, like, yeah.
He just wanted Orlando to get credit. All right.
I think it was like part of the event was in Orlando, and then part of it was going to be somewhere else, and we were on one of those shows. So it was kind of like a stay tuned for the next thing going on too, or whatever. But it's crazy. I mean, yeah, those tours were cool. I mean,
yeah. So how is it being on tour? I wish. To me, I imagine something awesome. Like you're just touring to different cities, and you're just meeting all these different people, and you just get different vibes from the audience and I mean, how is it to be able to tour and just meet other musicians that I guess you admire and all that?
I mean, I'm sure there's definitely different expectations and different experiences for bands on different levels and stuff like that. But for a band like just doing it by ourselves and working with people that we know to network and setting stuff up, it's really very humbling, I guess. You kind of first of all, I mean, you pack a bag of clothes and you have your instrument, and that's it,
that's crazy. Yeah, that's your tool, right?
Yeah, and you cross your fingers and hope that the show that you're about to roll up to has been situated well, and that there's going to be some people there, but more so than just like the people too, like just that it's been situated well. You can't drive. You always have those good shows and those bad shows. Those times where you drive 5 to 10 hours and the show is canceled, or somebody messed up their email and you don't know what's going to happen, but then on the other side of that, you have those times where maybe something unexpected does happen, but you ran into somebody that is like, oh yeah, I got a show for you, and then you end up playing to a really large crowd that you had no idea what was going to happen, awesome. and it goes really well.
Was there any major band, I guess, that you opened up for, or someone that you really liked that you got to open up for?
Any place that any person that I've opened up for has been in town mostly.
Okay.
Yeah. We've played with a lot of well, not like bigger, but indie rock bigger. Um, More in town because of the promoters that we've worked with, and anytime we get a call from somebody that knows they're going to have a kind of indie rock artist or something that we would fit with, um, fortunate to get those calls and be like, hey, we think you're good for the slot, because it's a collaboration. I mean, I know a lot of people with promoters or venues in general, it's always one of those like, can you sell tickets or something like this? I mean, there's a like the kind of a stigma and like the bands and promoters and venues
Mm.
communication, kind of like everybody uses each other, and that's kind of true. But if you're all using each other equally, then you're working together. If it's only just like one way or the other, then it doesn't really, at that point there's a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you gotta like so yeah, so we've had some good in town experiences opening up for a lot of people. And yeah, on the road it's kind of just making friends, playing with whoever you have to play. What we've played with, like a metal in the middle of a metal set, and or punk bands, and um we'll always get at least some people be like, that was really cool, we had no idea this even existed, and but we've had some great shows on the road, and for sure just some crazy experiences that I think everybody appreciates, for no matter how ridiculous or good or bad they have been, but mostly good for sure.
Nice. That's awesome, bro. Last post that I stalked you on, bro. So December 21st. I'm just gonna let everyone know that's my birthday. So send me some money on Venmo or something. December 21st, you posted you were invited to be part of I guess SA covers for a Cause album. Remember
Sure.
that?
Yeah.
And I think you might have mentioned a little bit earlier about that. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely just like good local people doing local things, bringing. I guess this is the second year they did it, which I wasn't really aware of till later on. But um, a couple people got together and said they want to. Again, it just goes back to everybody just kind of like, somebody throws an idea out there. Let's get a compilation album of local bands playing Christmas tunes or whatever, or holiday seasonal tunes, and then
That's and all of them are from San Antonio, right? No, kind of.
I don't know.
My bad.
I think so. I mean, I recognize most of the bands. There's only a couple that I hadn't either heard of or weren't too familiar with, so I'm not sure about some of them. But I know that it was a good lineup, a good mix up of people. That whole list of bands and stuff. The album's up for free now, I think, too, on Bandcamp. But it was cool because I did like a Casey Musgraves cover, which is
nice.
Super random. I mean, I'm not like a huge fan or anything, but I always appreciate like the writing of stuff. So
what song?
I did.
Do you know?
I did a song called "Christmas Makes Me Cry," and it's just a sad song, but yeah, but the.
Well, I was thinking of looking it up, but now.
Well, the organization, or the organizers worked with a local organization called Para Mi Gente, and so they rate all the money that was bought. I think it was like over $400 in sales that went to this organization, and they helped turn it around and put it towards the community and people's needs in different ways. They're not like they're just a couple of people doing their thing. It's not like an official thing yet. I think that for some they want to do things their own way. So they're just kind of a group of people trying to help other people out. So it's very cool. But I mean, I felt like that alone was a good enough reason to be a part of it. But also, just to, again, it was during COVID. We want to try to do anything we can to express our music, express ourselves, and that sort of thing. So it's for a good cause. Covers for a cause.
No, yeah, definitely. That's what I love about San Antonio. A lot of people are always finding ways to try to help out others, and then local people are always finding ways to contribute. So yeah, I love that about San Antonio.
Definitely.
So yeah, bro. Well, that's the extent to my Instagram stalking, bro.
Cool. Well, yeah.
we were talking about COVID and how it impacted you, and it got me thinking, like, what if COVID ended tomorrow? What can we look forward to from Mikey Vibe?
Well, a lot of music for sure. But I think if that were the case, um, you know, getting the business up and going again for sure. There's a couple of things that we got to figure out, but um, I think just once you do it, it's very hard to like turn it into something else. Turn a different page altogether. Like you're working with people making cocktail menus and hosting these events and doing all of this, and now I'm like, what am I gonna do? Go bartend at Chili's? Like it's like, so it might, and I might, if you see me at
It's not out of the question,
yeah.
but I'm just
Uh,
I'm thinking more along the lines of, like, obviously you have like two ventures
yeah,
that you dabbled in, and you've obviously made a success in both, and for whatever reasons, you spend more time in one than the other, and then stuff happened, life happened. If I could be selfish, I would say I would love for Michael Carrillo, Mikey Vibe, to focus on music and move forward
yeah.
and see where that goes. But do you think, like, you might go back into, if you open up your bar, would you just focus on that and then maybe I don't know. It's where I'm
Yeah.
trying to get.
Well, I guess I think what COVID. I feel like COVID was
The
like.
world is over. We get it. Never mind.
Yeah. um, just a turning of a page that kind of made people start seeing things differently. Their different priorities, and if everything had to change the way it did or will again, like what's important to people, and not just family and stuff like that, but I mean, with the schools, with the jobs, with how people were living and have to live now. So in that sense, in that sense, I'm like, yeah, let me just go on tour as soon as it's possible again. You know what I mean? Because that's what it, that kind of freedom, that kind of like, if everything shuts down tomorrow, okay, but at least for the next amount of time that I was able to, I was on the road playing music, you know, because that's kind of as best as I could feel, or one of those free feelings, um, that if it wasn't for the pandemic, that's not something that could be taken away by money, because you don't make a lot of money, you don't do a lot of this. It's purely passion driven, and so in that sense, it's like, once this is over, if it was over tomorrow, yeah, I mean, focusing on the music, focusing on the passion is definitely like kind of that drive, and I hope it is for everybody. I think it is for everybody. A lot of people at home now making candles and painting and feeling good. I mean, not finding their own ways, their own creative outlets, in everything that they're doing, and I think people are realizing that's more important than what they can or can't do right now, being refined by restricted by what's happening. So I mean, I think we're learning more and more. Sitting in a room on a podcast talking to people is great. I mean, it's artistic, it's creative, and it's an outlet. Sitting in a room playing guitar is an outlet. And if that ended tomorrow, I'd be out playing in a room full of people for free. If that's what it took, because that's what I would want to be doing.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, if it ended tomorrow, I think Worm will have a lot of problems because he's still gonna want to be.
I still want to wear my mask, bro. Hey, Mike, just to let you know, bro, I
Oh,
wine just for you, bro.
too hard, too fast.
You are too fast,
Too
bro.
fast, man.
And
I-
unless George has other questions, bro, I got one more important question for you.
Actually, before we ask that question, where can somebody find your music? Either Dear Vibes, Michael J and the Foxes, or Mikey Vibe.
This is not the most professional answer, but you should follow me on Instagram at MikeyVibe, because I have all of my links to all of my music, and I keep my Instagram mostly up to date with either links to my music or links to any sort of event or you know uh, anything that I'm doing actively at the time. So that kind of has links to Dear Vibes, to Michael J and the Foxes, to anything I might be featured on, or anything I'm working on currently. So at Mikey Vibe on Instagram, you know.
There you go. At Mikey Vibes. It's true. He keeps it updated. I stalked him on there. It's up to
Hey,
date.
that's professional. That's a
Yeah.
thing. It's the day we're living in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shoot. All right, Mike. Last question. Last question, bro. So, do you have a too hard, too fast story that you want to share? And by too hard, too fast,
I know what you mean.
all
No,
right.
no, it's just
And I don't know if you know this. So, too hard, too fast is based on me because in college I would drink too hard, too fast, and George would tell me, "Hey, Worm, you're going too hard, too fast, man. Calm down." Because I'd knock out by like 9 p.m. drunk, bro, or just passed out in the corner on the floor. So.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, any story you feel comfortable sharing, or if not about yourself, maybe about someone else that you were with.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't
Or
know.
tell one about when your mom went too hard too fast. Oh man, she would probably hate you, George, huh? Oh, she would hate Mike. She would hate you too.
I don't know for sure. There was this one Dear Vibe show. This isn't really like too much, but I had just broken up with my girlfriend at the time, and I mean, we were playing at a place called the Corova, which is not even open anymore. So this was a couple years ago, and I mean, I'm supposed to be being in charge of a lot of people, kind of, telling them what to do, where to meet, where to set up, and all of this, and all I remember is on stage is just being on stage, and I just kept saying, "Hey everybody, I'm single like a Pringle," and and I was just so devastated in my head, and the band was playing, and I was like, "Thanks everybody, we're Dear Vibes, and just in case you're wondering, I'm single like a Pringle." And like after every song, at the end of it, I think I was like falling over a little bit, I was like, "Single like a Pringle." Thank you very much. It was just like ridiculous. But that was a fun one where it was a little too hard for sure. And
Dude, that was good, dude. That was awesome.
It's hilarious. I
yeah,
feel like that's something you would totally do back in college.
Yeah, probably. I actually I am thinking of like 1 or 2 times where I've done that, but it's all good.
I feel like I've yelled out a few times, going single, ready to make. Like that. Oh, that was funny.
That's good, bro. That's good.
Oh, on that note, all right, it's been fun. Tuesday, Thursday, Michael Carrillo, Mikey Vibe has been hanging out with us, going too hard, too fast. You just listened to his too hard, too fast story. Now we're ending things. He's gonna play us out one more time. So with that said, Worm, what are you gonna say?
Mike single like a Pringle. Follow him at Mike Vibes on Instagram.
Follow him. And with that said, thank you, Michael Carrillo, for hanging out with us, going too hard, too fast.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Do your thing, man.
Yeah, that song's called 2 Minutes. We got the place mapped out, and I'm so happy I could sing about it. Research has been done, and in the paper, girl, you'll read about it. We'll go guns a-blazing till we hear the people shout. Everyone just hit the floor, it's loaded, ain't no doubt. Yeah, give me what I want right now. It's the old in and out. The bank lies on the corner of 21st and Main.
And if we can't get through it, we'll remember why we came. We got the gall to get it off, so now it's time to take the whispers and the stares, girl. It's history we make. Well, this is where my hand starts to shake. This is how we will win it. Take the town in just 2 minutes. Well, can't you see that I ain't running? And it won't be long till they are coming for me. The town folk in the bars where we all love the sound of whiskey legs and money bags just rolling on the ground. They'll love you till they hate you, and their story's all the same. And sometimes you just want to go where no one knows your name. How long could it take to go insane with that old in and out? Well, this is how we will win it. Take the town in just 2 minutes. Well, can't you see that I ain't running? And it won't be long till they all come out for me. They all come out for me. Well, they all come out for me. Well, they all come out. Thanks.
Damn, bro, that was good, bro. Shoot.
Perfect. Thanks for going too hard, too fast with us. See you guys next week. Está loco.